everybody, it's Kim here from Kyms Homestead. How are you today? All doing well, I hope. Well, I've just got home from holiday this morning and my garden is a-calling. So I thought I would bring you along with me and maybe we can do a little pick while we're out there and see what's for tea tonight. It is wonderful to go away. It was a great holiday. I really enjoyed myself. But gosh, it is so glad to be back. And the cats have been extremely vocal ever since we got back. Barney has told me he didn't like it in the can, and what I can do with the so-called holiday. He has been walking around very vocalizing his displeasure the whole time he's been home. Patches wasn't so bad. She let out a little bit of a hello, well, I'm glad to be back home and everything else is as it should be. They've done the whole tour about 50 times and they're reacquainting themselves with home. And as you can hear in the background, Barney is still very vocal. So if you hear him through this, you know what's going on, eh? But yes, I'm certainly glad to be back home. I haven't as yet had a look around the garden, but I have noticed my lawns are they've sprung up. They are so green. It's lovely. So I'm very pleased with them, considering what they were when I moved in. I mean, even the front one is showing some green, which is great. It's still not where I want it, but it's getting there. I think I really need to pick up a really good lawn fertilizer and give it a good dose just before summer hits. So when I get the opportunity, I'll pop down to Bunnings and pick up some really good lawn food for it. I don't think the back one needs it so much. It got a top dressing when I had that bit of concreting done, and where it was top dressed, oh, it's just exploded. So anyway, that's the end of this series, I suppose. I've taken that much footage. It's probably going to take me a little while to condense it into maybe 2, even 3 videos. So I'll do my best to make it not so boring. But I did take quite a lot of footage of the countryside, mainly so my overseas subscribers can have a look at some of the countryside along Victoria and New South Wales, no, not New South Wales, Victoria and South Australia. And it just changes so rapidly. I didn't see a great lot of wildlife that I captured for you. I did see a few bits and pieces, but honestly they were too fast for me to get the camera on them and take any sort of footage. Unfortunately, most of the wildlife I saw was dead on the road, so I don't think you'd appreciate the dead wildlife. Anyway, so that's it. I am very glad to be home. Now I can just unpack a few things and relax for a while. So let's go out into the garden and we'll see what it's looking like. Okay, well, first thing I notice is my blood lily is starting to die off. So it won't be long and it will be all died off and ready to transplant out into the garden. So that'll be nice. My other pot here has basically just got weeds in it. There's some coleus coming up there, but I don't see any sign of the peony I put in there. No sign at all. Anyway, we'll see if it comes up or not. So next I see this peony here. It's coming along really well, and so is the I can't think of the name at the moment. God, talk about brain dead. But look at my lawn. It's long. It's green. It's glorious. My petunias are doing quite well. Obviously they've been flowering for a while. I'll have to come out and dehead it. But the 3 pots are doing really well. The Hoya, that's alright. It hasn't died and it's got quite a few new shoots on it, which is good. Potatoes are doing really well there. The rhubarb starting to thicken up. I should be able to get some nice stalks on that next year. And I've never had one so far with really red stalks, so I'm really happy with this one. The ones that I got before that was supposed to have red stalks always had green stalks. Now these ones in here are still alive, which is good. But look at my other plants. They are doing really well. Snapdragons that I saved out of those pots where I put the little miniature fruit trees. They're gorgeous. And the dahlias I put in are flowering. The beans, look, the beans have reached the top. And look at my corn. I have corn. Look at this, they're even tasseling. The melon's still alive. The onions are ready to pick. I can't find the other melon. Where did it go? Ah, there it is. Down there. So it's still alive. I'm really pleased with this corn. Right, I'll just put you on hold while I push my trolley through. Okay, so we have the Brazilian cherries all leafed out. It's got some dead little bits, but it'll be fine. The crookneck pumpkin's doing fine. And even the little melons I put over here have all germinated. I'll just leave them go. Look, even these ones have. These are the Kajari melons I replanted just before I left. I'm outside. Yes, you're gonna have to come out here. God, I can't move 5 feet without those two wanting to know where I am. So, look at me pumpkins in here and my next lot of corn. All coming up really well. Very pleased with me pumpkins. My cabbage, except for that one over there, the others didn't fare too well, but I'm sure that they'll be fine. This one's not too bad either. Now, have I got any? Oh yeah, the blueberries are starting to fill out. So that's good. And I've got some more going in here. These ones are cucumbers. They're the lemon cucumbers. The tomatoes, look at the tomatoes. They have just taken off, and so's the basil. Nearly ready for thinning. The potatoes, look at the potatoes. Hello, I've had a tragedy here. This one here. Now, why would it have died? I shall have to find out. I'll have to take it out and turn it upside down. Surely they can't be ready yet. None of the others are. The ginger, not ginger, the garlic, that's taken off. Hopefully I'll get some fairly big cloves this year. How's me fruit? It's alright, it's coming along well. Although this one's lost a couple, but it was fairly well loaded up, so I'm not surprised. My goodness. Look at me market more cucumbers. Nearly ready to string up. And my lettuce underneath. I'll be getting some really nice lettuce there. Look, oh, it's hearted up. That is the best lettuce I have ever grown. And look at that tomato, goodness. That's the one I bought from Bunnings just before I left and planted. It actually needs to be strung up. I'll go back and get me trolley. And this little tree, it needs to be cut back again. This is the mulberry tree, and look at all the mulberries on the ground. I suppose you could do something with them if you really wanted to, but I didn't, so I didn't. Hello, something's been into my garden beds. Look at this. Look at what they've done to this bed. I did have that planted. The little hooers. I had my oh, there's one. I had my capsicums in here. I'm going to have to go down and buy some capsicums now, as I've had a bird or something in there ferreting around. A little hooer, but it left these alone. These are radishes. Oh, look, some nice little radishes in there as well. They will go down quite nice in my salads. Look at them. Beautiful. These are ready for stringing up. So I know what I'll be doing this afternoon. And here's my zucchinis. Oh, look at that one. Beautiful. Hey? Isn't that a little ripper? I know where that'll go. Yum, yum in my tum. And carrots. Goodness. These have taken off really well. Nearly ready for thinning. Beautiful. Onions. Yes. More zucchini. Oh, look at this one. Wow. There's another one. Gorgeous. There's another one in there. Where are we? Not quite ready yet, but lovely. Unfortunately, the peas are gone, but looks like I will get a feed off them. Yum. So, I'm going to pick whatever peas are there. And pull these out, because I think I've got more cucumbers that can go up there. Oh my goodness. Look at this. Hello, what have we got in here? Our broccoli's just starting to get some heads. Won't be long and I'll be eating broccoli. And cauliflower. Look at the cauliflower. And look at the lettuce. More lettuce. Now I cut that right back before I left. It's all grown up again, ready to recut. Beautiful. Over here, oh thank God that bird hasn't got into my notapinos. That one's gone. I knew it probably would, but at least I'll get 2 notapinos this year. Some more onions. And here I have more capsicums. Now I don't know what these are. I bought a little punnet of mixed capsicums just in case mine didn't work out, and I'm glad I did because the blinking birds got mine. So I don't know what I've got. Hopefully they'll be Californian wonders, but they're all sweet capsicums, which is good. Okay, my peas here are spent. They've flowered, they've given another crop, and I've got seed for next year. The nasturtiums have all coloured up and throwing off seed for next year as well. And the carrots, I should be able to pick carrots now. So a bit more thinning needs to be done, but I should be able to get reasonable carrots out of them now. My beans. Goodness, what a crop they have. Looks like they need a good water though, so there's some beautiful young beans all through there. So I'll give them a good water. They're not quite ready They won't be long. And here we have beetroot and turnips. Oh, purple top turnips. Look at that. Lovely. And my beetroots. Let's see what we've got in here. They're a little ways from maturing yet, but they're well on the way. Oh goodness, look at that purple top in there. Let's see if we can get a good picture of him. There we go. Look at that. Yum. And more onions. Got some beautiful spring onions there. They'll keep me going all summer long. And over here, yes, we're just starting to bulb up down here. These ones are brown onions. And celery. Yes, well, the celery's starting to go to seed here, which means it's under stress. So it needs a good water too. And the leeks are doing quite well in here as well. But they need to thicken up a lot more as well. Now, these ones are foobar, so they'll come out. Something else will go in there, probably a flower of some sort, maybe geraniums. I do well with geraniums. And my babaco tree is doing fairly well. These are still going. So that water crystal I put in there worked fairly well for them. Now, let's go and have a look in the seed house. Ah, my little cactus is out in flower. Hasn't it got a beautiful little flower? So, oh God, that's the mulberry tree. That's just gone berserk. The other plants, they're all doing well, they're alive. Some of them are getting a bit leggy, but they're still alive. Yes, darling. Oh. There's the next lot of beetroot to go out. A lot of these hadn't come up when I left. What have we got here? Ah, this is the purple appleberry. Okay. It's taken a while. This one here, catnip. There's a couple of little plants in there of the catnip. Can't see much of the others. White mulberry, no, nothing of that one. Blue pea, okay. Well, I've got one blue pea that's come up, which is good. I'll be able to get fresh seed. None of the gerbras came up. Looks like I lost 2 roses. That one and that one. But this one is doing really well. So it's going in all directions. So that's good. I'll be able to replace, hopefully, I'll be able to replace a couple of those dead plants that I have out the front this year. I'm hoping anyway. This one needs a stake or something. Petunias, they're coming up. More tomatoes. I don't know what this is, so I'll have to find out before I plant it anywhere. It's one that came up in the old place in one of the pots. I don't know what it is. If you've got any suggestions, I'd be very interested to know. My raspberry's doing quite well. Pleased with that. And my miracle berries. Pickling cucumbers. That's what I need to get out on that frame where the the peas were. So, I got a bit of work for me. These are still doing well. These are the cat's flowers. They need to be hung back up when my grandson comes back over to visit me. He's strong enough to be able to lift them up for me. So there you have the pick for the moment. You've got a really nice bunch of radishes, a couple of zucchinis, and there's a huge amount of beans in there. There's also sugar snap peas. Now the other peas, the snow peas, I'm actually going to leave on the vine and let dry out, and they will become seed for next year. So I'm still on my pantry challenge, believe it or not, and these will do nicely. My fridge I cleaned out fairly well. I've still got 3 carrots in the crisper and a bit of lettuce that I picked before I left, but I've got a heap more in the garden if I want fresh lettuce. These radishes and the zucchini will go nicely roasted tomorrow night with some roast chicken legs and some nice either peas or nice young beans. They are beautiful young beans, so to be sure I'm not gonna let them go to waste. So tonight will be probably baked beans on toast, to be honest. I'm not feeling like cooking. So, but even if I did, I've got enough here to have a beautiful salad. I've got some sandwich ham in the fridge. I've got all the makings for a salad except for tomatoes. So I could have a beautiful salad if I wanted to. I've got carrot, I've got radishes, I've got peas, fresh beans, and I'm sure I could come up with a dozen other things. I know I've got pickled cucumber, I've got pickled beetroot. So yeah, a salad I could come up with tonight in a flash. So there we go. Kids next door, they love playing basketball. So there is my vegetable garden after being away for a full 10 days, and I think it's doing pretty darn good. I am so pleased with that corn. I'm not pleased with whatever is getting into my garden and digging up my capsicums though. You know that potato that died? You know why it died? Because somebody chewed off the stem. I pulled that punnet of potatoes out and I took all the mulch off the top and I dug down to the potatoes. There's beautiful potatoes in there, And here's the 3 little green stalks sticking up saying hello. So I don't know whether they will leaf out again, but I've kept that pot aside, and hopefully it won't rot. I don't think it will, but I'll see if they leaf out again. Sometimes they do, and I'll let it go for a little bit longer because there's quite a few little like itty bitty diddle potatoes that need to mature yet, but there is some nice young potatoes in there, so if not, I've got baby potatoes, which I've got 0 in my pantry. I know what I didn't get: spring onions. So if I have a salad, I'll be back out there tonight for some spring onions and celery. Yeah, just a little bit of celery, because what I got there's starting to go to seed, but there's still some edible stuff there. Anyway, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed coming along with me after we see what happens to the garden after 10 days. And if you did, give me a big green thumbs up. And if you like these videos, please think about subscribing. That would help my channel out tremendously. Alright, well, I will see you again very shortly with another video. Alright, bye friends.